This is Mia Redrick here, the mom strategist. I am so excited about the scope today. Now, today I'm going to be teaching how to work with great clients. Yeah, how to work with great clients. Now, if you're a business owner out there, one of the things that matters most to you is how can you work with your ideal client? It's something that I see over and over again. Hey there, Tamika. Over and over again. And I want to support you with figuring exactly what this needs to look like. All right. I'm Mia Redrick. I am the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com. Today I'm going to be teaching on how to work with great clients, like phenomenal clients, great clients, awesome clients, all right? And I've got some rules around that. I've written down today 13 things that I want you to keep in mind. If you want to elevate your business, you've got to elevate your customer base. I have something in my eye. You got to elevate your customer base, all right? And I'm going to break that down for you over the next couple of minutes. I'm Mia Redrick. I am the mom strategist. I want to support you with understanding for yourself what you need to do, like what shifts do you need to make so that you're working with the kind of people that you want to work with, right? To me, an ideal client, building a community or working in your business with ideal customers is something that my husband and we've mastered, whether it's in my coaching business or if I think about it even in terms of our tenants in our real estate business, or if I think about it in our laundry business, we have incredible customers. And that means there are some elements of what that needs to look like, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. So this is going to be for you if you have a service-based business, and it's going to be for you if you're products as well. It's going to be for you if you're a coach, definitely if you're a consultant, and if you've been just trying to figure out, hey there, Valerie, how to find your ideal clients. Because the truth of the matter is, if you had the right clients, your business would grow, your business would flourish. And for most of us, we struggle and we struggle. We have great and amazing content, but where we struggle is that we don't have the kind of customers that we want to work with. Am I right or am I right? All right. And do me a favor, please share on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Periscope, because we know that there are other people out there that also want to know how to find their ideal clients, right? And I want to break this down. I've got 13 points I'm going to cover today. I'm going to be bringing my A game. I just mentioned a minute ago, for those of you who are interested in getting my product formula course for free, it goes away at midnight tonight. It goes away at midnight tonight. And you can go to bit.ly/free product formula. bit.ly/free product formula. And then it's gone. The link is going down tonight. So I just want to tell you guys that if you're interested, you need to check it out. I've been talking about it for the last couple of days, and the class is $1,497. If you sign up for the Giant Circle, the mentorship program, you can do it for as low as $397. You get the class for free. It's a no-brainer. If you've been watching me and you're saying, hey, I want to work with you, Mia, and you know that mentoring with me would really change the face of your business because you can get your questions answered, you need to check this out, because it's the first time I've ever offered anything like it. All right, go to bit.ly/free product formula. There are only 6 left. All right, you guys totally surprised me on Saturday. I announced it. We sold a bunch within 15 minutes. I opened up more spaces, and now there are 6 left. So if you want them, you need to grab it, all right? Today, what I'm going to be coaching on, very simply, is how to work with great clients, your ideal clients. And I know that this is going to support so many of you who already have awesome, incredible coaching programs, but you've got everything, or you've got products that you want to sell, and you've got an incredible service, but you've got no customers, or the customers you have, you're like, these are not the kind of customers that you're going to be able to build a business that's going to allow you to be free. That's what I want to talk about today, all right? Because attracting the right customer really will change the face of your business, all right? So for those of you who I haven't met before, it's nice to virtually meet you. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. And, I got started in my business almost 14 years ago. At least conceptually, I had this idea. I wanted to go to work as myself. I wanted to take my skills, my talent, my background, my gifts, and package my know-how into a product. I didn't know what kind of product. I didn't know if it would be coaching or a book, or I had no idea what it was going to be. And so I went to my small business resource center in my town, and I was told that this idea of mom coaching, that no one would ever pay me to do that. And I'm so grateful that I did not listen to that director of that business center, because I would have been out of business. I kept looking for someone that could help me. I ended up bumping into an amazing coach, and her models literally changed my life. And fast forward, as a result of building a business, a brand from scratch, literally designing my own coaching programs, coming up with my own curriculum, building out my own product line, literally, okay, based on leveraging what I knew how to do. I've been able to serve hundreds of clients literally around the world and support them also with building their own brands from scratch, coming up with their own ideas on how to leverage what they know and to package that in their into their own business as well. All right. And the fact of the matter is, what I love is that as a result of going for my dream. And that's exactly what I did do. And I know that sometimes if you're that thought leader out there and you're talking about your dream to people who don't dream, then sometimes they might think you're a little pie in the sky. That was me, because I was thinking about mom coaching when the words didn't go together. So you can already imagine the kind of conversation that was happening when I would mention that topic to people. But I just stayed at it, and I got great mentorship. And I ended up signing up for a coaching program for 10 minutes a month. And that coaching program literally changed my world, because I got my questions answered. And so I say that to you because right now, where you are, you may be closer than you think. It's just that what you don't know, you can't implement sometimes when you don't know things, right? And if you know what to do, I know that likely most people will do whatever they need to do, but a lot of times we don't implement because of what we don't know. Fast forward, I was so grateful that I had built my business with time-rich models, because my husband developed kidney disease 8 years ago. And because I had built my business with time-rich models, I did not build my business on the road. I don't have to travel to sell coaching in my business. And I was grateful for that, because I could be there for him. I could be there for my kids while he was being treated, with dialysis. And I tell you this because there's more than one way to be able to generate income in your business. There are lots of great models. Find the model that works for you, and you know what I mean, and build that model. All right. And so as a result of building my business from the comfort of my home, I was able to be there for my family, for my kids. My husband got a kidney transplant about 3 years ago, and he's doing amazing. But as a result of building a profitable business, we were able to hire a private physician for Patrick so he could get an elevated level of care. As a result of building an amazing business, we were able to give our kids a world-class education. We've invested over $715,000 in our kids' private school tuition. And I know that there's a mom or dad out there listening to me. And one of the things that you want is to be able to choose your kids' education. You want to give them a world-class education, and if this is you, then I'm talking directly to you. And I love the fact that we've built businesses that allowed us to be able to do that for our children. But equally, being able to date my husband in the middle of the day because I'm free and I'm my boss, that to me is so, so powerful as well. All right. And I just want to say that building your business properly will give you time. It'll give you the freedom that you want. All right. It'll give you the resources to be able to invest in the things that are important to you. For us, it was education and my husband's health. What is it for you? Think about it. Just want you to think about it. If you haven't shared yet, on Twitter, on Facebook, and of course on Periscope, I want you to do that, because this is going to support someone out there who also is trying to figure out for themselves, how do I work with the right people? Maybe you've been working with the wrong people too long. Maybe you're not working with enough people, and I'm going to break this down for you. And the reason I wanted to do this scope tonight was because if there's ever a comment that most of my clients will say to me at some point, they often say to me, they also talk to me about the quality of the people that I work with. And they always ask me, how is it, how is it, how can I attract clients like this? Or how is it that you are, how is it that you're able to work with, great clients? And I just wrote down 13 things that I know will really support you guys today in being able to do the same thing. And let me just say this, that working with the right clients can flat change your life. And it will change their life too, right? And that's just really, really important. And so if you don't understand this, I just want to break this down for you over the next couple of minutes, all right? So if you guys are ready, I'm ready to get started. I want you to just write here, I'm ready, Mia. and then I'm going to get started. I'm ready, Mia, and then I'm going to get started. I'm going to be teaching today how to work with great clients. We could say ideal clients, how to work with great clients. We've got one person that's ready. Anyone else ready? All right. Anyone else want to know how do you work with great clients? Anyone else? Okay. All right. We've got two people ready. Anyone else ready? All right. And I always say, you've got to be ready to receive in order for you to receive on these kind of scopes. All right. All right. So I'm going to get started today. The first thing I want you to understand is, if you want to work with great and amazing clients, the first thing you got to always focus on is delivering value to those clients. Really important, all right? So I want you to think about it as simplistically as, let's say, for example, if you're hosting an event. So if you're hosting an event, people buy tickets. They buy tickets to your event. They buy plane tickets to your event. They book hotels to your event, right? They might even have to buy other things to come to your event. And so I want you to be thinking about the client. You're right, Mia, right? Value is important. Absolutely, right? I want you to be thinking about always delivering value for your clients. If you host events, making sure that when the client arrives to whatever experience you're offering them, that it's high value, that it is really completely an amazing transformation for them, because a lot of times we don't think about it. Like, we don't think about what will it take for us to deliver 100% value to that client. And I always think about it, whether you're thinking about, for those of you who are coaches, right? Think about what kind of transformation would really support your clients. And based on that transformation, that's how you build out what your program's going to be. That's how you build out what your experience is going to be as a result of that client working with you. Always deliver value to the client. And this is really, really very important. If you want to work with great clients, you've got to deliver value, because what happens over time, I've coached hundreds of clients. What happens over time is you become known for the value that you deliver. Okay, I want you to hear me. You become known for the value that you deliver. All right, and I want you to get clear about what that looks like. If you deliver value to people, if you are committed to your client's transformation, or creating an experience, or making sure the products that you're putting out there in the marketplace, that they really do the things that you say, then that's delivering value to a client. And the fact of the matter is, what about insatiable clients? So I'm going to talk about that today, because one of the things that is really important is making sure that the people that you want to work with are the right clients. Game C Games, Mia, you're spot on. Keep it up. And you are awesome. Thank you so much, right? So, hey, Latasha. Latasha, today I'm talking about how to work with great clients, right? And it's something that I learned, actually, by watching the coaches in my world. They were always very selective about the people that they worked with. And the first thing that they always focused on was delivering value, making sure that whatever they promised their clients in terms of delivery, that they delivered those things. That means that if you guys are coaches or consultants and you tell someone that, a call, let's say it's 9 o'clock, if the call's 9 o'clock, you got to be there at 9 o'clock, okay? If you promise the workbook, you got to deliver a workbook. You got to make sure that whatever it is that you offered that client as part of that experience, you give it to them. You got to make sure that the products that you're selling, that those products, that's what you're delivering to them, and then some, all right? And so I always say deliver value to the clients. The truth of the matter is, what my clients pay for, I always over-deliver to the client that is highly invested in any of my programs, all right? So that's really important. The second thing I want you to understand is, as part of the how to work with great clients, is I don't want you to look at your clients like dollar bills. And I think that this is so important, especially today, because of how people can purchase your services. So it's very easy, like, to put a link on your site and people can just buy it, right? And they might not even be qualified. Right? It's good to exceed the client's expectation. Absolutely. They might not even be qualified to purchase the thing that you have on your site. All right. And I want to talk about that for a minute, because today we've kind of gotten away from delivering value, caring about customer service, and our approach to sales is more of a cattle call. And I want you to hear me on this, all right? But we're talking about how to work with great clients. And it is true that you can have a lot of people come to your business and purchase your products because you put a link up and you say, buy it here. But one of the things that I have learned, and this is just flat true, is that I don't ever want to look at my clients as just dollar bills. And I always want to make sure that the people who are purchasing my higher end products are a fit. Because if they're not a fit, if they are not a fit, they're going to get on your nerves anyway, okay? They're going to ask for refunds, all right? They're not going to implement. They're not going to get the results. They're not going to be a great client. And so while you may get money on the front end, on the back end, all you're doing is processing a refund and dealing with a headache. And I want you guys to hear me on this. So always understand the value of pre-qualifying clients, particularly for certain product lines, and making sure that you're putting right people in the right places. If it's a low ticket product, it's perfectly fine to have clients go on your site and just buy it. But if it's a higher ticket product, don't do that, right? You want to make sure that there is a fit. And I know this to be true. I mean, I have very little returns. I've had very few returns in my business. Over the years, I've been in business over 13 years, really 10 years. And I've had maybe like 4 returns in 10 years. Okay, like 4. Okay, 4. Okay, that's not even 1%. And it's because I learned from the best. And I learned not to look at my clients like a dollar bill. I learned to pre-qualify my clients and to make sure what they were purchasing at a high level was an absolute fit for them. And I will tell you, that's an old school way of doing things, because today people do a cattle call. Like, you can sign up for my program for $30 a week, but you might not be a fit. All right, you might not get any value. And if you don't get value, if you're in someone's program, you're not going to get a great testimonial, okay, either. Is this making sense? If this is making sense, you guys say, this is making sense, Mia. I'm following you, all right? I just want to break this down today. I am Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist, right? I know. I mean, and the fact of the matter is that it's something that it means a lot to me, because I learned years ago not to cattle call clients, not to cattle call my coaching clients. I don't do that. All right. And if this is making sense to you guys, I want you to write, this is making sense to me. All right. And I want you to get this. Today we're talking about how to work with great clients. All right. How to work with great clients. All right. The third thing is I want you to care about the client's transformation. Really important. Let me drink some water. I want you to care about the results of the people who are buying your products and your services. Yep, I do. I want you to do that. I want you to have a system in place for that. I want you to have a client care process. I want you to, you know what I mean? I want you to care about the people who are investing in your company with your products and services. I want you to think for a second of your favorite brand. I want you to think about your favorite company. What is your client? What is client pre-qualification? All right, I'll talk about that today also. Okay. I want you to think about your favorite store. The fact of the matter is, think about the kind of service they deliver. I want you to think about I want you to think about in your own company, on your own campus. You know, what can you do? What could you put in place that would allow that client to be cared for? Right? To feel cared for. Really, really important. And what is it that you're doing to make sure that that client's transformation really does happen? It's really important. It's something that I take very seriously when I'm working with a client. Maybe they're a brand. They're looking to get a corporate deal. They're afraid about getting it. You know, I'm really committed to supporting them with understanding what they need to do, how to write the pitch letter, how to come up with the ideal product. What could it look like? What are the different angles? How could they price what's in front of them so that they can get a great and amazing deal? I want you to be thinking about for a minute, for your company, for your business, you know, how committed are you to the client getting a result? Really important. And of course, it's going to be based on the kind of services that the client's invested in. But I've just learned over the years that the programs that I've ever been a part of, the reason that I love them is because the coach or the trainer or the teacher wanted me to get it. They wanted me to get results. Now, I had to do the heavy lifting. Sometimes I had to overcome myself to create the result. That's real. That was not their responsibility. I had to change, but I always respected. I had tremendous respect for being a part of programs, particularly coaching programs, hey Nikita B, that the coach cared about my transformation. All right, because we're all in different processes. I remember when I had to work on my public speaking skills, and the fact of the matter is, even though I hey there, darling, and even though I had an amazing coach coaching me on how to price and how to package, how to pitch, I had to grow and become the person that could do great, live speaking presentations. So it was going to take a minute for me to grow into that, but I did grow into that. And she was totally supported me around my transformation. I want you to ask yourself, what are you doing as it relates to that? And this is really important because today, it's easy to be attracted to, I talked last night about the glitter, but there's no gold at the end of it, right? People don't care about your transformation. Number four, how to work only with great clients. Nikita B, what I talked about already is number one is always deliver value. Always over deliver to your clients. Number two is don't look at your clients like a price tag, like dollar signs. All right. See them as people, care about them. Number three, care about their transformation. Hey there, Jasmine. I want you to care about the client's transformation. Really important. Clients know if you care about them getting results or not. All right. Number four, only work with people who value themselves enough to invest in themselves. This was huge for me. This was something that I had to get. Hey, darling, I had to understand this. Only work with people who value themselves enough to invest in themselves. And the moment that I understood this, my entire business changed. That meant that I wasn't going to convince people to work with me. That meant that I wasn't trying to sell services to people who were not in a position to invest in my services. That meant that I left alone my friends, my neighbors, maybe even some of my old target, my audience that I thought was my target audience, to go find people who valued themselves enough to invest in themselves. And that changed everything for me. I remember specifically going to like these networking groups. I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, but I used to go to these networking groups when I first got started in business, and it was like this group of entrepreneurs, and they were supposed to be like-minded, but they really weren't. They were people that were trying to sell to one another over and over again, and they really were not investors. They were people that were trying to sell what they had to people every single week. All right. And I learned that for myself, that I needed to not just work with people who didn't value themselves enough to make investments in themselves. And my entire business changed when I decided to just only market to people who I knew had a habit, who had a mindset, who had, for investing in themselves. And therefore, whenever I had conversations with them or they came to any of my events, they already came to invest in themselves. They were already looking for what I was offering. It's funny because every single day, Monday through Friday, when I talk to potential clients, the fact of the matter is they choose me. I don't choose them. I'm not hunting for them. They find me. And they find me because they are looking to invest in themselves, right? They're looking to invest in themselves. It's really, really cool. It makes selling, the whole act of selling, change when you understand that. I was on the phone today. I had 5 appointments a day. I closed 4 clients, made like $20,000, pretty close to $20,000 selling to clients very easily. They already knew that they wanted to work with me. This is what I'm talking about. Get the clients to come to you who are interested in investing in what you have, and stop trying to find a small subset of people and convince those people to work with you. I don't do that. I'm either for you or I'm not. I only work with people who are smart, they're sharp, they believe in self-investment, and they believe in God. I only work with people who are teachable and coachable, people who are respectful. I'm very clear about what that looks like. And if that's you, then I'd love to work with you. All right. I don't convince anyone to work with me. You know what? If you don't believe in investing, if you can't invest $397 in your dream a month at a minimum, right? And you want to make 6 figures in your business, I'm not for you. I'm just not. Okay. Because I understand that people who want to hit 6 figures in their business they're willing at a minimum to invest $400 a month. All right. So I'm just saying. All right. Number five. I just wanted to use that example so you got this. All right. Number 5. I want you, this is so important. I want you to get this. Are you guys getting value? Are you getting value? All right, number 5. My hair is doing something funky today. Number 5, never bottom feed for clients. Leave that for your competitors. I did say that. All right. I don't want you to bottom feed for clients. I'm going to explain this to you. I'm going to break this down. Leave that for others. Leave that for your competitors. Do that. Okay. Do that. All right. I don't bottom feed for clients. All right. There's a difference between salmon and catfish. All right. And I love salmon. Okay. Although catfish can be tasty if you're into that. But one is a scavenger, okay? All right, you know what I'm saying? And one is not, okay? And the fact of the matter is, I don't want you to bottom feed for clients. And if you are a coach, hey, thank you so much. If you are a coach, right? Hey there, darling. Or Jean, you're gonna love this. If you're a coach or you're a consultant, if you're on any of these live stream platforms, you're going to find that as you create significant success, people are going to watch you. They're going to watch you and they're going to admire you, right? And they're going to duplicate you and they're going to covet you. All right. We all understand these things and they're going to bottom feed. All right. And what does that look like? That means that they're going to reach out to some of your clients. They are going to do that. I'm sorry. They are going to do that. All right. That means that they're going to say sometimes the things that you are saying. They're going to do those things. All right. That means that some of their marketing is going to be directly pointed to you. I told you guys recently, I had a coach that tagged my name. Like I never talked to the coach ever in my life. And yeah. And I had a coach tag my name, literally tag my name. I never talked to the person. I don't know the person directly. The person has a successful business and they tag me. Okay. Why? Okay. It's bottom feeding. All right. I want you to understand what that is. All right. If you want to work with great clients, don't do that. All right. Why is that? Because the only clients that are going to be attracted to someone that bottom feeds is someone that's low vibration to begin with. And you don't want to work with someone like that. I'm telling you. All right. I mean, right. And you don't want to work with people who are like that. So anyone that's going to be attracted to someone that, you know what I'm saying, that's low vibration, that's negative, that's disrespectful, that's not even anyone you're going to want to work with. They're going to be a headache for you. Who wants to work with? I'm just breaking this down. Who wants to work with anyone that's a thief? All right? Nobody that you don't want to work with a client that would be open to working with someone that's like that, would you? Okay, I'm just saying, thinking about it. Just keep it real basic. So if you want to work with great clients, all right, I'm breaking this all the way down. Never bottom feed for clients. I don't bottom feed for clients. I only work with the best. My clients are sharp. They're smart. They believe in self-investment. They respect other people. They respect one another. They honor their teachers, their coaches, their trainers. They are not interested in people who have low vibration tactics. I'm just telling you, okay? But if you don't get this, you're not going to work with the best people. I'm telling you for a fact. All right. You're going to have people. Imagine building a business with people who are all right with low vibration. All right. It's a headache. All right. Number 6, never convince clients to work with you. And I want to talk about this. If you want to work with great clients, they have to be in a position that they can say yes. All right. Never convince people to work with you. You know, so when I'm talking to people and they're like, I love you and this is great and I know you can help me and all of these things. The fact of the matter is they have to be able to make a decision to say yes. Now, yes, you do need to know how to sell and you do need to know how to close. Different conversation. But this idea of convincing someone, making them so they're not in partnership with the choice to say yes to the product or service that you're offering, bad deal. Okay. If you convince clients, you know what I'm saying? You force a client, those people eventually, if they did not make that decision, that's where your returns come from. That's where your disgruntled clients come from because they never chose you to begin with. There are lots of psychological ways to manipulate people, to make them feel, insignificant for not saying yes. And I've just learned over the years that my ideal clients, my great clients, they're able to choose for themselves. They're able to say yes for themselves. And I hope this is supporting somebody out there, because maybe you've been judging yourself. Like maybe you're like, I should have convinced them. I never convinced someone to work with me. I don't want to work with people who need to be convinced. I want to work with people who can say yes to themselves. I don't want to work with people who can't say yes to themselves. That's the kind of codependency I don't need. And I don't want to work with people like that. You get to decide in your business what that looks like, but I'm just breaking it all the way down. All right. Number 7. All right. I want you to target quality only in your marketing. Yep. If you want to work with ideal clients, you need to be targeting only quality. All right. And that's the reality. So my target marketing, I only target quality people, quality clients. Those are the only people I'm looking to work with. And surprisingly, that's who I get to talk to every single day. People who are quality people who are looking to make an investment in themselves. And I just want to say that to you. And I was talking to a client earlier today, and she was telling me something that I didn't teach. And she was saying something like she was charging $25 a week or something for a program. And I was like, why? You know what I'm saying? I said, think about people who need to pay $25 a week. Like, what kind of person is looking to invest in themselves at a high level and they need a layaway to do that? Come on. Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? All right. I'm just breaking this all the way down. And I want you to understand that investing with the right people is also having the right mentality. You got to have the right mentality, but they've got to have the right mentality too. And if you want to attract right people to you, your payments need to be in alignment with that. All right. Is this making sense? Let me pause for a second. I just want to make sure that you guys are connecting with what I'm saying. Are you getting this? All right. If you're getting this, then type here, I'm getting this, Mia. I'm Mia Redrick. I am the mom strategist. I support clients with both life and the business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com or stay connected to me at Mia Redrick, the mom strategist on Facebook. Today, I'm talking about, how to work with great and amazing clients. How to work with great and amazing clients. The first thing you need to do, one person got it. Anybody else getting this? Number 1 is always deliver value. Number 2, just to recap, don't look at your clients like dollar figures. Okay. Number 3, care about the transformation always. All right. Number 4, only work with people who value themselves enough to invest in themselves. You're going to have a better demographic of client. Number 5, never bottom feed for clients. Leave that to your competitors. All right. Number 6, never convince clients to work with you. And number 7, target quality in your marketing. All right. Very important. If you want a quality business, you need to be targeting only people that represent quality people. All right. And then number 8, I want you to make sure that you match your brand. This is really important. It's something that people miss, but it's important that you match your brand. It's sort of like, imagine if I am the mom strategist, all right? And as a mom strategist, I'm not great with kids, okay? That's incongruent. So one of the things that's really important is that you match your brand. Thank you so much for sharing today. If you guys haven't shared on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope, please do, because we know other people want to know how to find their right clients also. All right. I want to make sure you are congruent with your brand, because part of the way you're going to be able to attract the right client is that you've got to be congruent to your brand offerings. All right. And I will tell you that that's what makes the selling happen. That's what allows you to sell without really trying, is when you are congruent to your brand. All right. It means that people see that the thing that you're offering is the thing that you've done. So I remember, like for me in building my business, there were so many people that already knew of me and this whole me time thing, and people saw me in my network as the expert as it relates to that. So I was matching my brand. I had a background from a corporate space, so I knew how to turn anything into a product, meaning, curriculum or courses or ebooks and things like that. And folks knew about me and knew that I was really great at that. I matched my brand. So when I put those two things together, although people didn't necessarily know what a mom coach did, they did know that I could deliver creating content and curriculum because I did that all the time. And they also knew that I knew a great deal about systems and motherhood because they had watched my walk. And what about you, right? Just make sure that you are matching your brand. Number 9, I want you to be authentic. Yep, that word is coming back again, being authentic, because to me, at the end of the day, everything boils down to authenticity. All right. And I know that maybe you've been told to hype, or maybe you've been told to be something other than yourself, but I'm going to tell you the opposite. I'm going to tell you that if you want to work with great clients, the more you show up as you, the more they will know that you are for them. All right. And it's just flat true. When I tell you the number of people, there are no hearts, but I'm breaking this down anyway. All right. When I tell you the number of clients that I get to work with, some who equally are investors in real estate, or I have two clients that are involved in a commercial laundry business, or I have several clients who have spouses or have a connection to a dialysis related, a relative on dialysis or a spouse on dialysis or something like that. This has only happened because I am authentic. I am sharing my story, and you have to share your story. And when you do that, people that share your story are going to be interested in working with you. And this is one of those things that for a lot of people we struggle with because we don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want to tell our story. Or maybe you think you only need to tell the good parts of your story and in order for you to attract your ideal client. And it's just not true. Be authentic. Tell your story. All right. Be yourself. All right. You don't have to hype. You don't have to put on. You don't have to pretend for people to like you or want to work with you. You just have to be who you are. All right. And ultimately, people that connect with you, and there are tons of them out there, they're going to choose you. And I get this every single day. Somebody tells me, you know what? Because you're down to earth, because I saw this video, I saw this clip, and as a result of that, I just knew you could help me because I'm myself, all right? And I recommend, if you want to work with great clients, and I work with amazing clients, I am always myself, all right? Number 11, tell your story to attract your audience. The only way you're going to be able to work with great clients and the people that are meant for you is you got to tell your story. You can't tell a part of the story. You got to tell the story, all right? And that's how you create connection. Think about it this way. People who want to work with you, they connect with people they know, they like, they trust, right? So if you're out there telling your story and saying what your journey has been, if it's someone else that's on a similar journey and you're a little ahead of them, then they're gonna want to listen to you, all right? And some of you, maybe you're not attracting your audience because you're not telling your story. So we may know what you offer, but we may not know how you got there to offer it. All right. Well, you hear me on this, okay? So we may know what you're offering, but we may not know why you're the perfect messenger for the things that you're offering, for the products that you've created. What's your story? I want you to think about some of your favorite brands, and I want you to think about, a lot of these companies will tell you why they were created. The reason they do it is so they can create resonance. They solved a problem based on something that was very similar to their audience, the people they're marketing to. You got to tell your story too. All right. Is this supporting somebody out there? All right. And then number 11. Okay. You need to make sure that you have prices that honor and allow you to attract your audience. Now, this is a big one. All right. Because you got to have prices that honor and allow you to attract your audience. Now, some of you, your prices are so low and they're only low. And then you've got these clients over here that want to work with you, but they can't even say yes to you because it's confusing. They can't figure out why you're selling the BMW, you know what I mean, at a price for a Vega. Yeah, I did say Vega. That's like an old car that's worth like nothing today, right? My dad had a Vega years ago. That was his first car. I want you to think about that for a minute. If your prices don't match the value that you provide, you confuse the client. They can't even figure out why would this be so low. All right. And so a lot of you are believing that you are delivering great value to the client by giving your services and your products away at an incredible discount. But what happens is that those clients don't trust that you can deliver because the prices are nothing. They're incongruent. Like everything else that they're looking at on the market, and then they look at your price, they're thinking there's no way you can be good. So I want you to make sure that when you price your products, if you want to attract a target audience, your prices need to honor, and they need to allow you to attract the right people in your audience. Is that making sense? And then number 12, which is also very important, you need to work with clients who are respectful, and you need to insist on that. That to me is like, it goes without saying. I love working with great and amazing people. I told you in the last 13 years, I've only had 4 clients that I had to let go because they were negative. Okay. They were disrespectful, and they were rude, and they were inconsiderate, and therefore they couldn't work with me. All right. And so you need to insist on that in your business. You can work with great clients. All money is not good money. If you're working with people who are not great clients, particularly for those of you who have communities and groups and your coaches and things like that, let them go. Because if you have a client with a bad attitude, if you have a client that is a taker or a bottom feeder, if you have a client that's rude or disrespectful, imagine them inside your community as a cancer. All right. You got to let them go. All right. Because what happens is they demotivate other people. They create doubt and fear, and it's just not good. All right. I've seen it. I've seen it happen over and over again. And a lot of times people wane on that, but you can't win on that. You need to let them go. You need to give them their money back. You need to send them on their way, and keep it moving. All right. So that's how I've always worked with great clients. I work with amazing people. I have a great demographic of people. My only goal is to deliver value to them, is to not look at my clients ever like a dollar number, like a herd call, never, not interested in it, to care about their transformation. And I want them to know I care about it. Number 4, I only work with people that value themselves enough to invest in themselves. Number 5, I don't bottom feed for clients. I'm not interested in that. I save that for my competitors. All right. Number 6, never convince clients to work with you. People who like what you have are willing to step up to the plate and invest in it. Number 7, target quality in your marketing always. All right. Work with the best. Insist on that for your company. This is your company. This is your dream. This is your business. Number 8, match your brand. Make sure that what you're putting out there is congruent with who you are. All right. Number 9, be congruent. Be authentic. Be authentic. Be yourself. All right. And be okay with being yourself. And that's why I always say, look, don't Google search what anybody else is doing to figure out what you're supposed to offer. That's what's wrong with people. They get so confused and insecure by watching what everybody else is doing. I don't know what anybody's doing. I'm just doing what I'm doing. All right. Number 10, tell your story to attract your audience. Your audience, they want to know your story. Number 11, use prices. Make sure that they honor you. And allow you to attract your target audience, and that they don't repel your audience and they're like scratching their head trying to figure out, what? $300? You know what I'm saying? And everybody else in the market, let's say, is charging $2,000 for the same thing, or $3,000 for the same thing, or more. Okay. And number 12, make sure you work with people who are respectful. And to me, that's important to work with great clients, right? All right. With all due respect, Okay, so are there any other questions or comments? Are there any other questions or comments? Did this support you guys? And if so, tell me, what is one of your ahas as a result of being here today? Tell me an aha that you have. If you haven't shared on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope, please do. Please share on Twitter, on Facebook, or on Periscope. I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the Mom Strategist. I support clients with life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com. Are there any ahas? Did anybody get something that you heard today that you're like, that was good, I'm going to be able to use that? Maybe you haven't been doing that. You haven't been thinking about how you can attract your ideal client in this way. And this really supported you. Anyone want to share? All right. And just keep in mind that you maybe you have like 2 hours. If you're interested in getting my course Product Formula for free, you can go to bit.ly/free product formula and learn how there. All right. Free product formula. bit.ly/free product formula. Are there any comments or anyone want to share something that you got? One thing, one lesson that you learned today? If you haven't shared on Twitter, on Facebook, and of course on Periscope, please do. I had a great time sharing this scope today, but it's really important. I started thinking about, how is it that I have the kind of clients that I have, but I'm pretty picky about the people that I work with. But this is my business. These are the people I get to co-create and play with, and I want to work with the right people. I keep thinking about telling my story, but I don't know where to start. It's so much, right? So just start with a short version of it, So I think that practicing and telling your story, see what you can say in less than 2 minutes or, in 90 seconds. That's really all people can really digest anyway. So, hey there, I'm Mia Redrick. I'm the mom strategist. And, here's my story. I got started in my business, 13, 14 years ago. And I decided to go to work as myself. And what I wanted to do was combine my background as a corporate trainer and my systems and motherhood into a business. But I didn't know how to do that. And so I looked for someone that could help me. And I went to a small business resource center, and I was told by the director that my idea didn't make any sense. And I ended up working with a coach. Do not want to overwhelm people with too much at one time. Absolutely right. Don't overwhelm your clients with too much at one time. Just give them bit by bit parts of who you are and allow them to be able to digest whatever it is. I think sometimes that's a tendency when you're newer in business. It's easy to want to give people everything at one time, like feed them with a fire hose, but just really be thinking about yourself. Like, you're already busy, you've got things going on. If you have family, you can't take but so much at one time. Just take it slowly, break it down, give people time to digest whatever it is that you're teaching or whatever it is that you're offering and you're sharing, and they'll get greater and higher value. And that's just flat true, all right? So, when you're doing your introduction, keep it simple, all right? And you don't have to tell your whole story, but tell a story so that we get to know you and that we get to connect with you, so that if I am you, maybe I'm that person too. If I think about my story, that, I told somebody my dream, and they laughed at me too. Then instantly we have a connection. Or maybe it's that you bumped into a coach too and you didn't know anything about coaching. Now we have a connection. We have something in common. So to me, telling your story is about you building connection with people so that they know that you are like them. All right. And that's really helpful for people to be able to, build a relationship with you. At the end of the day, people buy from people they know, they like, and they trust. And they can't get to know you, like you, and trust you if they don't know you. All right, that's why you got to tell your story. So practice it in 90 seconds, under 2 minutes, and then you'll be able to get to the most important parts. All right, deal? All right, or Jean, deal? All right. Are there any other comments or questions? If there are questions about product formula, I'm happy to answer that as well. It goes away tonight. So are there any other questions or comments about the scope today? Did you guys get deal? Okay. Did you guys get value today? Did you get value from this scope? You guys are a little quiet. Now, there are hundreds of people in the room, but you guys are a little quiet tonight. So are there any questions or comments? Did you guys get value tonight? It was a great scope, and it's important to work with the right people. It can change the entire face of your business and make your business a lot less stressful and a lot more enjoyable. And your probability for repeat clients is great. Getting rid of people that want to, get returns and all that. Nobody wants to deal with that. Put people in the right programs in your company. Insist on quality, work with the best, market to the right people who really are investors in what you're offering, and you can never go wrong. I'm Mia Redrick. I am the mom strategist. I support clients with life and business success. You can always check me out at miaredrick.com. How far along into your business did you recognize the importance of getting the right clients? Oh, that's a great question. That's because I had I had my first couple of clients were people that I knew physically because I didn't really know about how to market online. So I found getting clients to be very difficult initially because I was going to these networking events, finding people who really were not high level investors. And while I would find people to invest in me, I had been around like so many people at the time before I figured out how to market in a broader space. So it took me a minute to figure it out, but it was because I realized that familiarity, you know what I'm saying, was not the best way for me to build my business, my coaching business. It was easier for me to coach a client that I didn't know anything about versus a client that I knew everything about. And initially I was thinking the opposite. Like, I know these people, I want to work with them. But I found that it was easier for me to coach a client that if I didn't know if you were a mom that you know, yelled at your kids or not. If I didn't know, I could literally hold a place for where you are and where you want to be a lot easier than if I had background information. And I just decided on, you know, creating marketing strategies online to be able to attract people that I did not see and did not know and touch. All right. And even today, the vast majority of my clients I've never met before. And I find it to be very, 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 very good for my business. And my coaching practice. I do have clients who I know, but the vast majority of my clients I've never met before. So did that answer your question? Did that answer your question? All right, let me know. Okay. All right. Are there any other questions? That was a great question. Yes, ma'am. Very helpful. You're welcome. Yeah. Very helpful. Okay. Perfect. Are there any other questions on the floor? So that's going once. Any other questions? I'm happy to answer those. If you guys are interested in the product formula, getting that class for free, I don't know how many are left now. There were 6 when I signed on today, and it goes away tonight. So I don't know if it's in 3 hours or 2 hours because I don't know what time it is, but I do know that at 12:01 it's gone. Okay. The timer is set. When that timer is over, then it's gone. And I don't know if it's set on West Coast or East Coast time, but I know that that's it. So if we hit the 6th that's left, it's gone. And if we get to midnight on that timer, it's gone. All right. So if you're interested in that, go to bit.ly free product formula. I want to thank you for your time tonight. I appreciate you. I will be in the gym tomorrow. I didn't go to the gym today because I went to a day spa today to get a massage and just to kind of pull it in. All right, I've been working hard. And so tomorrow I'll be back in the gym. So check me out tomorrow morning around 10:30 in the morning. I'll be teaching, doing a mindset scope. And then I'll be back on tomorrow night. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great and amazing night. Love you guys.